I just smiled. I was very happy. I don't get excited about much, and you wouldn't think I'd get excited that much about a lawnmower, but gosh, I'm just so happy to have a quality piece of equipment. So here's your Troy Bilt with the plastic camshaft. That's a shame. And $2 grand for this guy. Hydrostatic. Nice big tires on it. But yeah, just can't do it, man. Here it is. You buy a $1,500 mower and your whole transmission is plastic. No, sorry, not gonna do it. So plastic Cub Cadets with, you know, just weak thin gauge metal for $1,700, and it's just $1,700. Flap the wheels around on them. It's insanity. So here's the Aaron's Icon 52 sitting right next to a Toro, and I want you to look at this. Look at this deck suspension unit, right? You've got points here, as well as points there. There's 4 points, which makes the deck solid. I'm pushing on this deck. Now watch this in the time cutter. Just floppy, floppy. And this is the 5000. There's those little crazy pin connectors. Just this chintzy plastic all around. It's actually metal. And then this right here is plastic. And it all feels strong. So, not to mention those seats. Husqvarna. See it? Plastic transmission. These Hustler Raptors. SD is pretty nice, but it's kind of steep. And this has the Kohler engine. I didn't want the Kohler. And then here's the 52. Kohler as well. Seat's not as nice. 27. Alright, give me a rundown on this guy again if you don't mind.
Yeah, no.
And how to yell at the mic. Not yell,
okay,
but...
right, yeah, just pick up. So what we got here is all your operations and controls as far as starting the mower. Generally you're going to choke it the first time you crank it. You'll just kind of bump that and then drop that, pick it up. You'll crank every time after that. Of course, always run this machine at full RPMs. If you run it at half throttle or low throttle, it's not operating as it should. So always make sure that's full throttle. Engage the PTO or the blade. You just lift up, drop down. Deck lift system, you're going to push on your lever here and then turn your knob, and that'll drop the deck up or down. You can raise this deck up while you're moving. If you're afraid of hitting stumps or the side of your concrete driveway or something, you can lift that up and then set it right back down. It's real quick. Under here you're going to have access to your battery. You get dual tank reservoirs here for the transmissions. These are serviceable transmissions.
And that's important for what reason?
Depending on how much you're mowing, I generally recommend a serviceable transmission if you're mowing more than an acre of yard, just for longevity of those transmissions.
And non-serviceable have a sealed
transmission, so you can't service them, which is okay if you're only mowing a 1/4 acre yard. Or
so whatever oil they come in from the factory on most of these mowers, it's going to be in there for the life of the mower.
Yeah, unless you have a serviceable transmission.
Right, and that's probably one of the most expensive parts on the mower, I would assume.
Right, yeah, the transmission and motor are your most expensive components.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the Kawasaki.
Kawasaki, this is a FR691. It's got a 23 horsepower motor, which is plenty for a 52-inch deck. You go to a 60, they generally go up to a 24 horsepower. Kawasaki's are very dependable, reliable motors. That's generally all we carry as far as in our grade league mowers. They do offer a Kohler. Just longer life generally out of them. Their torque range at their full run RPM is a little bit more, so it's going to cut better basically.
Excellent.
So, yeah. Fuel goes here. Regular octane is fine. During the winter months when you're not using it, you do want to use a fuel stabilizer or drain that fluid out and then run the mower until it's totally out of the gas. You get bad gas in there, you'll have issues with carburetor.
What about ethanol
Ethanol free is the best, but if you can't find that, which most people can't, as long as you're keeping fresh gas in there, you're okay. If you're going to let it sit longer than 60 to 90 days, I would recommend a fuel stabilizer. Like I said, during the winter, just drain it all out if you can. Be the best way to make sure you don't have any issues.
Excellent.
Or you can go out there and crank it every couple of weeks and let it run for 20 minutes or so.
As long as you're getting that fuel through that carburetor.
You don't want that bad fuel just sitting in the car.
Excellent. Another thing that I really like about this that's different than other mowers is the actual size and width of those front tires. They're not going to bite in and they're not going to dig into the ground.
Yeah, and that's kind of what you pay more for, is larger wheels and tires to give you better traction so that you're not chewing up the yard as much.
And so we have 20s on the rear as opposed to 18s, I believe. Is that correct? Yeah, and then also you have an extra anti-scalping wheel up on the front to keep you from running that up on grass on the front.
And that works very well. You can almost drop this deck on the ground, and it'll just kind of ride on the ground with those rollers, so you don't have to worry about scalping the yard, even if you're cutting really short.
Another thing I like is the anti-vibration pad in the feet. You know, this is nice, but also the build quality and the construction of this. You know, you have metal that's plastic riveted on. These are the same we use to hold bumpers on in cars in the body shop. And but yeah, it's just a really nice touch, and this feels nice and firm compared to the Toros I was looking at. So build quality is just way better.
Quality too.
Oh my God, it's a beautiful seat. Yeah, solid, nice solid seat, all steel construction. Yeah, very happy.
Yeah.
All right, well maybe I should drive it. So it's Thursday, which is mow day. I'm gonna mow both these commercial lawns, and we're gonna get paid. And what I wanna do is I wanna time this to see how long it takes me to mow these and see if I can actually fully pay for this. You know, mowing season's only about six, maybe 7 months long here. So I've got the whole other half of the year, I've gotta make enough money to cover the payments in the down season as well. And we're gonna see if that's possible. All right, guys, let's unload this thing. So my mower payments are interest-free, and they're about 81 bucks a month. Before I even got the mower, I lined up 2 commercial jobs. One was at my work, and the other was the neighbor's, a graphic design business. Each one of those jobs pay me 60 bucks every 2 weeks, right? So I'm getting 120 bucks from each location every month. My mower payment only cost me 972 bucks a year. So as you can see, I've got a little over $600 that I walk with, and I get a free mower. So I can mow my own lawn. I could even pick up more jobs if I want to. And any maintenance I'm going to have to do on the mower, well, I've got plenty of money to cover that. So not only did I get a free mower, I'm actually making money on this. That for me?
Here's your lawnmower payment.
Thank you. So she's a little dirty right now. I just gave her first mow, and I mowed all the way around the building. There's probably about an acre here, and then all up front. And I'm gonna tell you what, it's unbelievably fast. I've never used one before. I couldn't believe how fast. I mean, maybe 20 minutes, and I was done. So really like it, man. It just works so well, so smooth. So very happy with it.